and it looks not exactly like the list from Milwaukee that won, but pretty close.
Well, he has Somberwald Sage in his main. He's playing the Sin Collector Fiend Hunter package that we sort of was made popular by Brian Bremerman, but he has the Somberwald Sage and Sire of Insanity package, which is sort of like the other version that we've been seeing running around lately.
Yeah, take that, Control.
Yeah.
Like,
I am going to beat you very easily by getting a Sire of Insanity in play on turn 3.
Yeah.
So, looks like both players are tied at 1-1, and Robbie Cordell, the rock player, so to speak, is on the play. But Eric Theiss is actually the one who has the turn 1 play in Deathrite Shaman. And it looks like Robbie has one of his cremates in his hand, so he's going to be able to stop any kind of reanimation shenanigans we have for at least one turn. But again, a lot of the ways these reanimator decks can win is by just playing value creatures. And a card like Sin Collector is actually very good against a card like Cremate. And we know Eric has at least 2 copies in his main deck, and he has a 3rd in his sideboard, so it'll be interesting to see if he brings that one in as well. So Robbie just is playing a slow game here. He's got Desecration Demon and Thragtusk in his hand. We'll see how much of a factor those become later on. But for now, Eric basically has a couple of flip cards in his hand. It looks like he has an Acidic Slime. He has a Sever of the Bloodline to deal with, potentially deal with a Thragtusk later on. Oh, and here comes a Sin Collector, which is what we're talking about, which can take that Cremate right out of Robbie's hand. Robbie doesn't even have a target for Cremate. And it looks like that, wow, it looks like multiple Desecration Demons in Robbie's hand, which is pretty good against Sever the Bloodline from Eric Theiss if ever it comes down to that point in the game. So, and Robbie does only have one other land right now, so we're probably going to see Desecration Demon come down next turn. But now that Eric knows that Robbie has 3 in his hand, he might hold off on that Sever the Bloodline to sort of try to get a little more value out of it. And I kind of like that play because he also has a Acidic Slime in his hand. So if he can kind of hurt Robbie's mana a little bit more and deal with one of those Overgrown Tombs, then the Sever is going to be even better. Because Robbie's just going to be forced to put those Desecration Demons into play.
If you're just joining us, I'm Adrian Sullivan here with Osip Lebedovich. This is Star City Games Open Series here in Nashville, Tennessee. Eric Theiss is a Grand Prix Top 8 competitor way back in Lorwyn block. And so that's a while back now. Lorwyn, was that 2004?
I think maybe 2005. That was Fairies dominated everything.
And we got Fiend Hunter, which you cannot cast.
Cannot cast.
Let's try that again.
This is one of those unfortunate situations where your mana is just not very effective right now. But it looks like he might have a Arbor Elf that he can cast. But again, that's not going to help him. It'll help him get to 4 mana at the very least. But yeah, he's a little mana tight right now. He's got Garruk Relentless in his hand, which can come down, but that would just lose the Desecration Demon unless he wants to. Yeah, Garruk, he can't even cast a Garruk yet. Deathrite Shaman, not very effective unless you have a Grizzly Savage.
Oh, wow. 2007. We got our timelines wrong. I didn't realize it was that late.
Jeez. 2007. Okay, so Robbie plays a Gerald's Messenger and drops Eric down to 10 life. And Eric does draw a 4th land, so he does have access to 5 mana right now. He can choose to play that untapped, dropping to 8, and cast an Acidic Slime targeting one of the Overgrown Tombs. I kind of like this play, to be honest, because then it'll make his Deathrite Shaman active next turn, so he'll have double white if he chooses to get rid of that Gerald's Messenger. He could also block the Gerald's Messenger with the Acidic Slime and killing it. Granted, he loses another 2 life, but I like the play of playing over to Overgrown Tomb, dropping to 8 life, or 6 life. I think he's at 8 life now because of the Gerald's Messenger. So it looks like both those creatures are coming over. Are we going to have a Gerald's Messenger? Are we going to have an Overgrown Tomb come down on tap? No. Looks like we're going to get a Garruk instead. Interesting. So, not sure what the Garruk's plan here is going to be. I would prefer to deal with the land so you don't have to contend with a top deck land and Thragtusk, because if you play the Acidic Slime, you can sack your Sin Collector to Gerald's Messenger, and then sack an Acidic Slime to the Desecration Demon, or block the Jarls Messenger with the Acidic Slime. And then your Deathrite Sham is turned on because you destroyed a land. So you can actually use your double, you can cast your Fiend Hunter.
And Eric sacrifices his Sin Collector to the Desecration Demon to stop it from being able to attack. This does grow the demon. The wolf blocks the Jarls Messenger, and Robbie Cordell brings back it.
And here comes Thragtusk, so now he has to deal with the Thragtusk.
Boom. God. 5 more life. A very powerful creature in play.
So let's see how Eric's going to handle this plan right here. Still has the Arbor Elf, still has that 6. Oh, he drew a Thragtusk of his own, so that'll help a little bit. I like Thragtusk coming down here, gain a little life, put a token into play with your Garruk Relentless. But again, oh, he didn't cast the Acidic Slime last turn. Did he not have? Does he not have the Overgrown Tomb? I thought he had the Overgrown Tomb last turn, but maybe I was wrong on that. So, oh yeah, he did. He just didn't play the Overgrown Tomb last turn. Oh, so it's gonna be. So now it looks like he's gonna have to play that untapped, dropping to 6. He'll gain 5 life from the Thragtusk, go up to 11, and then he can make a token with the Garruk. So still not the worst shape. Not the worst shape to be in. Not
the best shape either, for sure. And, I mean, he'll be sitting up with a Deathrite Shaman, an Arbor Elf, a Wolf.
I don't mind this at all. I don't think this board state. Obviously, it would have been better if he had the Overgrown Tomb in play last turn, but and I would have preferred the Acidic Slime be out in play already, but I think this play is still fine. He gains 5 life. He's going to get another token to play. He can sack the Thragtusk to tap the Desecration Demon, and then he can block the Thragtusk with the token. If we see another Desecration Demon come into play, he still has the Sever the Bloodline for both of them, so plenty of options on Eric's side of the board here.
Sacks the wolf.
So,
ever so slightly growing.
Interesting. I'm surprised he sacked the wolf there. So, yeah.
In come the dudes.
So I think you got to let Garruk go. I don't think you really want to block here. If he's attacking with both creatures. Okay. I don't like chump blocking, but alright, so he gets a token, deals with Jarls Messenger, and his Garruk is still in play. So again, board position is not that bad because of the Sever the Bloodline. If we do see another Desecration Demon come down, he's in pretty good shape.
Oh,
instead,
he's like, I kind of wonder if Robbie saw Sever the Bloodline in game 2, and he's just keeping diversity going because of it. It
certainly feels that way. I mean, he's definitely playing around Sever the Bloodline pretty efficiently.
And is that a Restoration Angel?
Yeah, and again, this is the problem I had with losing the Deathrite Shaman. If that Acidic Slime, you would have that Fiend Hunter in play already.
Yeah.
You know, you really want that Fiend Hunter in play, especially if you have Restoration Angel there. It's very good at dealing with the Thragtusk token. So now really, what is your plan here? You're gonna try to just make a token and pass the turn back. I really think you want to get Acidic Slime into play here.
I mean, you're at the point in this match where it feels like you're forced to make a wolf, and you don't want it to be the case.
Yeah, I still think you're fine if you play Acidic Slime, kill a land, make a wolf token. You trade back and forth, and then you can choose to keep the Acidic Slime into play. You're at 9 life. You're not going to die to 1 hit from the. You sack the wolf to the Desecration Demon. I don't know. You're still not in bad shape, but you got to start conserving your resources a little bit better.
They fight. Fights the Thragtusk.
That is surprising. I would not have expected him to just throw away his Garruk right there because. Making a token a turn against Desecration Demon is much more effective than just basically throwing away your Garruk right there.
So he tapped his Desecration Demon in his hand. I'm kind of curious if he's going to drop it now. I'm just very curious about how people play, their little mannerisms, all those little things that they do.
I think, Robbie has to sort of figure out what's going on here. And I think it's fine to just play the other demon. But yeah, so he ends up just sacking the demon. Now, what is Giraffe's messenger going to do? Is it just going to come in by its own, or can't really attack here? So I think Robbie, unless Robbie really reads Eric on Sever the Bloodline, I think he plays Desecration Demon here. Looks like Robbie's deciding whether or not he wants to attack with both creatures. Not very favorable attack on his part.
Tossing away 2 cards to kill a beast. Yeah.
So wow, it looks like he's really reading him on Sever the Bloodline. Wow, Abrupt Decay, pretty good draw there. Again, I hate the fact that Eric just threw away so many resources, though. He's, you know...
Now he can't even cast a slime. You know, he's only got 4 mana now.
Yeah, you just don't need to throw away all those resources. You just didn't need to do that. So he passes the turn back. Doesn't really have any option. He has an Abrupt Decay for a token. Wow. So, pretty good draw from Robbie right here. What are you going to do about my Desecration Demon, buddy? You got to sack another one of your creatures? That's fine. I'm going to be drawing a lot of cards. So now I think. Let's see what does Robbie want to do here. I really. So I think I think we're going to be drawing 10 cards here.
Oh jeez.
Do you have a response?
Oh boy. If you've ever drawn 10 cards before, you know it feels awesome.
Yeah, so Eric kind of debating what he wants to do here.
Eric with no cards at all in his deck that can instantly kill that demon. Oh, wow.
So it looks like he's just using the draw special instead.
Just 3 cards. 3's fine.
So...
I like 10 cards.
I'm a big fan of 10 cards. But
you can replace that demon later.
Yeah. So is the other demon going to come down now or what? No. It looks like he's still going to slow play it a little bit more. Eric under a lot of pressure right here. Not much. That Desecration Demon's doing some serious work on Eric's resources.
End of the turn. Abrupt Decay finishes off the Giraffe's messenger.
Okay, so reasonable shape. If he draws another white source here, he can Fiend Hunter the token, and then he can sacrifice that. So it looks like...
There we go.
Yes, he does have a second white man in there. Are we going to see Acidic Slime or Fiend Hunter come down? With only 3 cards left. He's really going to be needing a Grizzly Savage here. We're gonna need to see a Grizzly Savage into Unburial Rites land and a Fatty.
Fiend Hunter is cast.
Preferably Angel Serenity.
And it eats the demon.
And Robbie does have a victim tonight, so that's going to take care of that.
Just another victim.
And what are we going to have here? So Desecration Demon can come in now. Looks like we're going to have an Appetite for Brains. Ooh.
What do you got over there?
Big draw. I was going to do with that Angel.
he's like, yeah, I played around that.
Finally. So very well navigated by Robbie. Now that second Desecration Demon's free to come down.
I mean, this feels like he's playing against Eric Seidel here. You know, it's like this. He owns him.
Yeah, and Robbie's going to be able to attack here for 6, and short of a, even if he takes 3 here, he's going to need to top deck something. Acidic Slime is not going to be enough to do anything this turn, so he's going to have to top deck something good. Voice of Resurgence is not enough. That won't do it. So it looks like Robbie Cordell is going to move on to 5-0. Eric Theiss, I would say some questionable resource management early on in the game. Wasn't able to really do that much. You know, Voice of Resurgence comes down. He can sacrifice both the Voice of Resurgence and the token to tap both the Desecration Demons for the turn. Buys him another turn, but again, he's going to have to basically draw runner, Voice of Resurgence. He doesn't have enough mana to cast Angel Serenity. If he draws Unburial Rites, he doesn't really have a good target short of Fiend Hunter, I suppose. But yeah, looks like we're going to see just a draw special come down, drop him to 1.
Just kills him.
Yep, nothing Eric can do. So Robbie moves on to 5-0. Eric drops to 3-1-1 now.
Now, Eric is definitely up against the wall now for the rest of this tournament. This is a 10-round event, 450 players. Eric Theiss, it's possible for him to win this out and be a member of our top 8, but that is a rough run he's got ahead of him, especially when you think about tiebreakers.
Yeah, and Robbie played that match really well. You know, there was a point where I thought, well, maybe he'll just run that second. Maybe he thinks he's far enough. He'll run that second desecration email out there, unless he really puts a read on Eric for Sever the Bloodline, which apparently he must have.
Yeah.
Because with 3 angels in your hand, you figure at some point Robbie's just going to pull the trigger. Maybe he's not patient enough. Because you're pretty far ahead. You got a lot of creatures to play. Eric's sort of throwing away resources. He's not really managing his resources very well. Maybe you think